Okay, hello everybody. This is BealgeFive Gaming, and this is my very first video. Now, I've been gaming for over 30 years now. I started on the Atari 2600. I played the Game Boy, the NES, the SNES, you name it. In 1992, I moved from consoles to PCs. I was only 10 years old. I got my first 8368 computer and started playing MS-DOS games. So I've been in this game for a long time, and I wanted to start a YouTube video because I already have a YouTube video which is science related. It has only about 850 subscribers. It's enough. I'm happy with that. It's always better to have more, but I'm not going to tell you which it is. We'll talk about that much later after I've established this new YouTube channel. I want to talk about gaming, PCs, hardware, Star Wars, Game of Thrones, all kinds of nerd stuff that nerds generally like. I consider myself a nerd. So, yeah. In this video, I want to show you a Knights of the Old Republic 2 build and why you should build your character a certain way. I've played this game at least 10 times already, so I'm pretty familiar with the dialogue and such. And I assume that you do too. And if you don't, if you want to see the entire story unfold and see the dialogue and such, this is something you best experience yourself. What I'm going to do is, if you're already an established player, if you have, for instance, played KOTOR 2 once or twice already, I'm going to show you how to make a character that is stronger and can play the game better. Now, there's basically three ways you can do it. You can go the strength way, you can go the dexterity way, and you can go the charisma way. The first one is for melee players, the second one is for ranged players, and the third one is if you want to be a force user. Now, you can also do a mix of the three, but I've found that concentrating on one of the three is the best way to go because you will be maximizing your damage potential. Now, just a couple of days ago, I finished my dexterity build, and I'm going to do one again, but it basically comes down to this. If you have a high dexterity modifier, you can do as much ranged damage as possible. Now, there's only one thing on the force end that you can do to basically pump your damage output. There are multiple ways, but the best way is to use force speed. Force speed lets you have more attacks than your enemy during a combat turn. Now, I am going to focus on a strength build. And let me show you how this works. So basically, KOTOR is based on Dungeons and Dragons mechanics. So you have strength, dexterity, and charisma, which are basically the most important modifiers for damage. You also have wisdom and intelligence, but these are... Intelligence gives you extra points to spend on feats and such. Wisdom gives you more options during dialogue and such. Now, we are going to concentrate on strength in this video. So basically what happens is it's a turn-based game. So each time you encounter an enemy, turns will be stacked up. You'll get the first turn, then the next turn will go to your enemy, then you get the third turn, and so on. Now, how is the damage output of your character determined? Well, in this case, it's going to be the strength combined with the weapon focus, if you have any. That's probably something for later. And then the game is going to roll the dice and determine and that will determine the damage output done to your enemy. So the higher this is and the better your weapon focus is, the more damage you do to the enemy. Now there are also other modifiers that you can use, such as keen, for instance. If you have a weapon with keen, basically what happens when the dice is rolled is you have a 20-sided dice, and if this 20-sided dice ends in a certain number, it will determine how much damage you do. Now, if you have, there are a couple of ways that you can basically increase the damage that you do. So basically, what you get is if you throw a 20, you will do 1.5 times as much damage as you would do normally. What keen does is it increases this range. So instead of throwing 20, it will now say, oh, if you throw 19 and 20, you will increase your damage output even more. And keen can go down all the way to 14 or 15 if I'm not mistaken. So that's an awesome modifier to have, just to increase your damage output. Now in the second turn, the strength of your enemy, if you're doing melee, is probably going to be the most determining factor of how much damage is being done to you. But it will also take into consideration first your HP, because it has to dunk down points from your HP pool, and it's going to take into account your defense bonus. This is if you don't have any weapons, but if you have a weapon, your weapon will add some extra to this as well. So for instance, if you have a sword and it says, well, it has 1 to 4, for instance. Oh, well, it makes it 1 April. Well, 1 to 4. Right. So what it does is it adds 1 or 4 to this 15 number, and it basically increases the damage that you'll do. So let's begin. We've seen this. It's just to give you a very basic brush up on why you should concentrate on a certain number instead of just spreading it around, because spreading it around will only handicap you in some way. So let's not save this. Let's start Knights of the Old Republic and build our new character. Now I'm going to escape and run through all this, right? So here's our KOTOR 2 screen. I'm going to say new game. And what I want to do is I want to build a Jedi Guardian, right? So I want to do a custom character. I'm fine with whatever they say this should be. Now we want to build a strong character. So what we are going to do is we put everything on strength, right? So we have 14 points remaining. We want a lot of help. We want a lot of HP as well. So but here's the thing. Let's turn this down, because we do need some intelligence for the dialogue, and we could use some dexterity too, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to push as much into hit points and in strength, because we are going to build a tank basically. Now here come the skills. This is something that is very important to take into consideration. You're going to encounter computers and fault lockers and such, and crates. And what we need to do is we have to make sure that we are able to open this stuff. So that's why I start with these first, because otherwise you will be stuck. You will be trying to open a footlocker and having to bash it instead of using your skill, and that will cause items inside to become broken. So the other two I'm going to do is demolitions and treat injury. Now persuade and awareness are less important for this build, because what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to try and make everybody a Jedi in this game. I'm just going to do a purely melee focused built, not just for my main character, but also for the other characters. And I'm going to keep the ranged characters ranged, which is Mandalore, Kira, Aten, and Boadur. Those guys are ranged. And the droids as well, by the way. HK-49, I believe. Oh my. I can't take that back. Now here's what we are going to do for the feats. Basically, I want 2-weapon fighting at the end, and I want to be capable of wearing heavy armor at some point. But right now, what I want to do is, this here is weapon proficiency melee, and I just want to get a +1 bonus to the melee weapon roll. Remember the dice? Remember the dice, you know? This basically adds 1 point. So it now here we go. Biggs Hanna. Well, it's a cool name, but we'll go with Lone Star for now, because you know this is BealgeFive gaming after all. So here we go. Now I'm not going to do all the cutscenes and such. I mean, I assume that you've seen it all. If you haven't already, if this is the first time that you're going to play this game, please don't watch my tutorial. Get the game and play it yourself for the first time, because it's a real treat to experience in full. I mean, I do a full playthrough every 2 or 3 times, and I really take the time to read all the dialogue and such. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to skip the tutorial. So the tutorial is basically the Ebon is adrift in space. Everybody is oh well. Here, she's telling me everything already. Strangely, I'm lying there with my eyes open. T3 is supposed to rebuild or at least make the ship serviceable. I'm not going to do that. Oh yes. Depend upon T3M4, a lone astromech droid. Return to this location at any time to skip the prologue. Okay, skip the prologue. Now the Ebon is a beautiful ship. It has some. It's reminiscent of the Millennium Falcon. It's a saucer-shaped ship with a protruding a cockpit. It's a freighter, but you know it's. I don't know. It's sleek and it has some pretty powerful cannons and stuff. So. Yeah, it's pretty cool. By the way, did you notice that Kreia was already on board? So somehow, something must have happened that has brought the Exile and Kreia together. Now the Exile is going to wake up. In our case, it's Lone Star. Let's see what it's going to do. Now we are going to be dropped inside the circle. It's going to happen by magic because you don't see how it happens. Awaken. Now, Kreia is a real piece of work. I mean, she's just there to throw a wrench into everything. She just wants the Exile to become strong in the Force again, and you know, so she can ascend. You know, take her vengeance on the Jedi, and all the Exile is a tool to achieve this, because she knows she isn't strong enough to do this yet. But for some reason, she has created this Force bond between you and her. And this is something that she probably did with some dark side magic. It's not by accident that you've got this connection with her. Now, what I do is I always watch the medical logs. I just push them through. Whatever you do in this game, do everything. Because if you leave stuff behind, you will basically... So what you will basically do is you will lose chances to get more XP. unlock the door to the morgue, and that's it. Right. Now, let's see. If we go here, we take the medical bay container, some chemicals. This one has chemicals as well. Oh no, mat packs. Now, what you can do is you can build more mat packs. Let's see. We've got 25 chemicals. So this means, oh, my skill is didn't I do treat injury? What's that? Alright, we can fix that later. So there's no use talking to Kriya right now, because she's a corpse. But get the plasma torch and somehow she magically wakes up. How convenient. That's the true mark of a dark side user there, right? Feign death somehow and... Oh yes, your voice, I heard it. Okay. So I'm going to do whatever I want, you know. But yes. Oh, that's fine. All right. Yeah, whatever. I don't think this is all. Oh, now I've got light side points. Well, all right. So what I'm going to do is I have to equip the plasma torch because I need to get through that wonky door in here that has, you know, been damaged to some kind of an explosion or something. Now, the strange thing about these HK-50 droids that appear all the time during the game is, why the hell are they after you? I mean, have they been set loose on you by Kriya or by the other guy that I lost his name? Yes, fine. So the nice thing about this is right now, everything is a hidden one with this high strength modifier. So later in the game, as long as you keep investing in the high strength, it will be okay. So let's see if they dropped something. Here's a drop. Now we get another set of mining droids. Jesus Christ. It's not going very well. Well, I didn't put any points on dexterity. Dexterity also adds to, you know, being capable of evading attacks. So this is, let's see, there's a broken droid here. If you go, this door will open later on once we have once T3 has opened up once T3 has done all the stuff in the fuel depot. Let's see. Yeah, we've got some components. Here's a corpse with a security tunneler. Now, once I move through this door here, I will get another premonition or, you know, feasible call from Kriya. She will tell you that you can feel the force somehow. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, nice.
So, you, sir, hi. So I, in the, yes, kitty.
Oh, that's so cool.
So, sir, in, yes, so.
This is a speed run through. I know I mustn't double click stuff. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. I've secured the storage room. Okay. Yes, if I access the remote cameras. Right now, there's not a lot of XP being gained here. Here's the Kriya Facebook message. Kriya, what? Oh no, I can feel him. But I just received a couple of iron grenades. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to iron grenade these guys. Now, one of the things about this game is it's a little bit buggy from time to time. Which basically means that if, for instance, if one of those holding cells is somehow within reach. Oh yeah, I feel strange. Oh.
Do not come.
So this is basically Kriya manipulating the whole stuff, right? There, I did do treat injury. Now, alright, let's do it like this. Let's give us the whole range of stuff. We can't go any more like this. This is the force jump ability, which is pretty neat. Just pretty neat. It will not use. using a feat or special effect negates his ability, which means that you can only do a regular attack. Now here, characters that focus on using single one-handed weapons. Now I'm not going to use single or one-handed weapons, so that's not what I'm interested in here. The character has advanced training using teamwork. That's not what we're going after right now. Now, melee weapons. The character has mastered degrees of melee weapons. Instead of raw power, the character can add either their dexterity or strength bonus to their chance to hit, whichever is higher. So that's not really what I'm looking for. So we can't augment our power attacks, so that's not what we're looking for. Caution. Well, this is interesting, but I'm not looking for that. Persuade is not what we're looking for. This is if you want to do stuff, but this is better. So we want to be less vulnerable. So that's what we're going to do now. Over here, there's nothing I really want. You know, we want to force deflection stuff, but we're not doing a real force build. But having a burst of speed is always good, because you can actually use it to increase the speed of to increase your attacks. Oh, let's see, stealth field generator. Now, if I would bash these, it will basically destroy what's in there. So that's not cool. Not always though, but if you have a high strength modifier, I find that that stuff gets broken more easily. Come on. There. Just walk around and kill all these mining drones. Oh, bugger. There we go. Now there's this holding cell to the left where Adam is at. So that's where we get these strange frame. Oh, wait a second. Where the hell did you come from? So the thing about this game is you have to do everything. You mustn't ignore, for instance, the pathways up here, even though there's little to do there except destroy 2 mining droids. You need the XP, right? So another 14 of these and you will level up. There we go. No, it's really not that interesting. I mean, right now it's... But later on it will get better. Oh, wait a second. I forgot one thing. There we go. You want the fiber cutter. So here it's +7. This is +7. But that's one... but that one's 716. So it will do higher damage. It has a slightly higher damage output. Now I'm a little bit, I have a little bit of a cold, so please don't pay attention. So I don't know if you can see it in the capture software. It looks pretty sweet there, but right now my screen is all jittery. Only when I'm walking towards the holding cell where Adam's at. There we go. That's what we want. Emergency supplies. Let's see, is there... I forget every time. There's nothing here except another crate of emergency supplies. Okay, so now we're here anyway. Let's push the button. Alright, yes, activate the switch, which will close down the energy field. Okay, let's... So here's the... So as soon as I turn away, I'll be able to see later on when I upload this video whether it will... Oh, there's nothing here yet, that's correct. This will open as soon as the Harbinger comes. The Harbinger carrying nothing but Darth Sion and 50 Sith troopers or something like that. Yes, I know. For some reason, these things break my my speed,
Oh, you mean you get
my
this slice of
FPS
Prologue?
somehow.
Yeah. You know, blue. That's. You,
Oh, whatever. Come on.
hey, look, just so. This, well, oh,
There you go. As it,
Great.
if
Now
everything
to
turns
business.
out well, it says influence lost, Aten.
all right.
If you want to,
Now, this
if you want to
console is
turn
set on
Aten
automatic
into a
fail.
Jedi,
You may have heard it
all you have
before,
to do is talk
the
nice
asteroid
to him
drift charts
long
are
enough,
constantly being updated.
and then once
So
you
it
get
sends
to
out a transmission to
Narshada
incoming vessels
and
so
you
they
get
don't
to the
get crushed in the space
refugee
dust.
sector,
The hail
you
warns
talk
them
to the
keep their
two.
distance until orbital drift charts are transmitted. Thing is, this
Normally, I can.
I
You talk to the two.
might guess.
Oh, light points gained. Yeah, that's cool. Come on, how come I draw a blank on the race right now? The Twi'leks, yeah. You talk to the two Twi'leks that walk up to you, and then, oh wait a second, I'm far too. Here's the thing: once you start narrating a game, you forget about the stuff. I was already talking to Twi'leks about Aden and his dark past. He used to be a Jedi hunter and kill Jedi by, you know, playing mind tricks on them and such. Let's see, hangar bay. Is anyone there? There's D3. Okay, come on. So now we switch to T3. We basically need to go down. First we open up our stuff here, obviously. Now the droid shock arm is pretty good actually. So I'm just going to use the droid shock arm for now. Let's see, there's a broken droid here. I always get slightly that's the door that is broken, yeah. That's the door to the hangar bay, so I need to go down here. So I'll be getting some mines down the road. And once you have the mines, you can open up the door that is welded shut. And and there you get the security spike, which you need to open the door towards the fuel depot. So that's what we're going to do now. Alright. Now the stupid thing is, even after having played this game for the, I don't know, the 10th or 12th time already, this never gets old. I can keep playing this game. I just love it. It's the whole immersion thing. I mean, you're in the Star Wars galaxy, and just a couple of thousand years earlier than the battle before Yavin, before Battle of Yavin stuff. So yeah, that's cool, and the lore is good. If you look at it, the lore is good, and I just like building these D&D kind of builds. You know, there's something to it. I like the mathematical stuff behind it. So, oh, this is a good catch. Not always do these two droids drop something. So now we're going to go back up. We are going to see a couple of new mining droids coming. Armoring up, you know, they have some kind of shield. Look, me being bad with my mining lasers. Now, the funny thing is, and I wonder if anyone has ever thought about this, but you basically... Oh, wait a second. There we go. Now, we already have the stuff that we needed. So, let's go up. There's that door, but I need to ignore that one for now. So now it's okay. These tooltips, they drive me crazy. I don't want the tooltips. Okay, now it's going open. For some reason, I always stand clear of the explosion, even though it's not necessary. It won't damage you. That's the fun part about mines that you've laid down yourself, is they don't damage you in this game, so that's great. Now that broken T3 over there, there's nothing to do there. It basically says, oh, it's broken. Well, yeah, we can see that. It's sitting there doing nothing, so. Oh, now we get a dramatic pan towards the Ebon Hawk. It's a beautiful ship. Now the nice thing, I'm playing with the restored content mod, the 1.82. Now the nice thing is that I think that the Ebon Hawk looks better in this game than it does in the one that they released. I mean, the Ebon Hawk is all brownish and such, whereas this is sleeker. I need to open the door first. Okay, so let's see. No, that one won't open. That one will open. Okay. Can I get... No, this is camera controls. Can I get more XP here? I don't know.
A lot of...
Oh, and you can try to download the navigation charts, but you won't get them. Yes, yes. I know.
Looks like the...
Let's see. No, didn't give me any XP. Okay. Now there's a couple of mining droids down here as well. Funny part is the way you round the corner, you get the second one first. Let's see if it's dropping something. It's dropping nothing. Okay. Now there's 2 more in this room, I think. Oh no, there's a broken one here. That's right, there's a broken droid. Here, yes, oh cool. I didn't outfit my droid with all this stuff, you know. But at this moment, it's just too overpowered. It's so nice. Now, none of this stuff really is interesting to me. I even could do without the mining blaster. So let's see. There's 2 more here, yes, and then there's the elevator door. All right, and there's a foot locker down here. Yeah. None on the other side, as you can see. Okay. Now, once we go up, it's going to be very brief. We are going to drive up to a console, and we are going to, I believe, open a door somewhere. And once you've done that, you'll get ambushed by probably an HK droid, but you don't see. And by some kind of miracle, T3 repairs himself, but you don't see it. It's off screen, so you know. Maybe it's the leprechauns who did it. There's nothing here. There we go. Poor T3. I don't know. T3 is a dubious droid.
So is that...
Yeah, it's not my droid. Whatever. Okay, the door opens. Now we get some other dialogue, whatever. I'm not that interested. Alright. So the nice part is, once we get down, we get a mining uniform. So we can get out of these. I don't know what these are. Long johns or... I don't know. There we go. Down into the mine. And somehow I managed to walk up to the wall. Okay, let's see.
Can you read me?
Oh yes, I can read you. Stay off the comlink, dude. I'm not interested in your ramblings. There we go. Now the mining gear gives you some a small defense bonus, +1, right? Now let's see. The survey gear gives you awareness, saves will. Not usable by Wookiees. The poor Wookiees. Yeah, but I'm going for the serving here. Oh, cool. I got some +4 damage physical. That's nice. Gamorrean gauntlets are cool. Gamorrean. And I had a stealth feel and I had a safety harness. Well, it's not going to matter that much, but I'm a little bit stronger now, so especially the Gamorrean gauntlets, they're awesome. Now with this build, it's basically screw everything. You just run up to them and start bashing them. Now mines, you always have to recover your mines, because if you don't recover your mines, you're going to need them in the end. Not in the end, but halfway through, you're going to need them. So what is going to happen is you're going to encounter enemies that are either too strong for you, or there's too many of them. So what you do is, when you run away and you round a corner, if you do it quick enough, it will break combat. So once you have wait a second, this is good, by the way. If you can do some free repairs. Now I've got 9 repair parts, so I won't go up further than this. You will get experience. So let's see. There you go. 6 experience gain. Now you can blow it up if you want to. There's nothing cool about that. I still have some iron grenades left, so let's throw one. Oh. Now grenades do damage you. Oh, there you go. Well, why the heck bother with a mine, right? Why the heck bother with a grenade, right? When you can just bash everybody. Now let's see. I just wanted to see what remains were going to be. Oh, a Zerka utility belt. That's nice. Gives you some extra demolitions, repair, and computer use, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yeah, see. Oh, and +2 security as well. That's nice to have. There is this little repair droid over here. Now, this can be a little bit tricky at times. Now, there's Gamorrean gauntlets. They really put the metal on it, right? There we go. That thing explodes like some kind of grenade. And there we go. We can level up. Now, it's only skills, as you can see, but now I'm going to push Treat Injury, because at some point you're going to need that more. Let's see, last time I was here, I invested in this. I can't go up one more. So now I'm going to do the heavy armor proficiency. Yeah, this is just all the same. I don't care too much for that stuff. So there's a depth miner over there that has some neat stuff. Usually has some neat stuff. A strength D package. I don't know. Is my constitution high enough? I believe it is. An advanced mining laser. Yeah, that's true. Oh, I need 18 constitution. But I get +1 constitution and +1 strength. That's pretty nice. Let's see, but I believe there are better ones. Yeah. Battle stimulant. That's nice stuff too. Now the problem here is, if you go down this route, you will cook yourself somehow. Wait a second. What am I forgetting? I'm forgetting something. Normally Adam would warn me about something by this point, or am I going to risk it? Having to use a med pack? I don't know. Oh, wait a second. I can use the shield. Yes, that's right. Because this is superheated gas. And if you run through it, you'll get damaged, as you can see. Oh, let's see. Did I miss something there? No. Get the mines. Never forget. Get the mines. Just do some. Oh, that's cool. Look at how that animation got warped. This game is a little bit buggy from time to time. Let's just ignore those. Get the sonic mines first. Get in here. There's nothing here. There's some sonic mines here. Oh, there's a dead miner over there. So yeah, let's get the inventory stocked. I mean, at some point you need your inventory to gain more money. At some point you get 100,000 credits anyway, and you can buy whatever the hell you want. But right now I'm not looking for any of that. I'm just going to stock my inventory as well as I possibly can. Let's see, there's some broken stuff here. Oh, there's a... And now we get into the big hall. Okay, there's one of those repair droids again. Oh, I don't know what he's... What are you trying to do, you nutcase? Oh, he's trying to attack the maintenance droid. Right, now I want to attack him. Oh, it's a miss. There we go. Okay. So, what I've done now is I basically have degraded this game into a hack and slash. So here's this one here. This plasteel thing. Wait a second, is it going to open? Yes, it's going to open. Okay. Now, there's a thing about this central controller. You can actually ask the droids to stop mining organics, right? And that's not what you want to do, because that's not okay. But what I do want to do is I want to get them mining the doors so that I don't need to open the doors anymore. That would be cool. But besides that, I only need to do the containment fields shutdown. So log out. Yeah. Now some of these droids look pretty angry. They're like, dude, what are you doing here? And that's all okay, because what you need to do is you need to kill these things because you want the XP. And if you don't, if you say stop mining organics, then you don't get the XP. You don't get commensurate XP for doing that. So you have to destroy them. Destruction is the name of the game here. If you want XP, hemorrhaging hit points somehow. Not too afraid about that. I always forget on which of these KOTORs or nooks there are dead miners and such. Zabra grip. I am mostly interested in criticals and in keen. Keen is the lifeblood of any player. Keen basically helps you get more, increase your damage output more dramatically. So there we go. Sonic grenade. Yeah. Don't forget to go up left as well, because there's tunnels here. Can't recall which tunnels I need to go into. At some point, Adam is going to call up and say, oh no, somebody is trying to destroy the planet, or the asteroid, because this is an asteroid, this is not a planet. Now, first we are going to look here. Do it all. That's the mantra. Do everything in this game. Whatever you forget is going to cost you. Except for Bazak. You won't get any XP from Bazak. You only get money from playing Bazak. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, walk around. So right now we're about 45 minutes in recording this stuff. And which means that I will be calling it a day at the 1 hour mark. So we have 50 minutes left to go. I wonder if we can get through the entire Prologue thing before that, but if not, that's okay. There's a broken droid here. Okay, let's see, there's some mines here. Oh yeah, there's a dead miner down this hall. Dead miners poor buggers got killed by HK droids or by T3 or by Korea. Nobody knows, right? Somebody is pulling the strings here. I believe it's T3. T3 is an evil droid. Oh, cool, the cardio regulator. Gives you somewhat more strength, I believe. Okay, let's see. Is it not empty? Right, oh, right. Don't forget. Keep stacking your inventory. You'll want to stack your inventory. Let's see what that cardio regulator does. Right. Oh, it gives you some extra saves. Now these saves are... Now, what it basically does is it helps you prevent poison attacks and such. Okay, there's some remains here. Okay, there's a new band amplifier. There it is. Okay. Yeah. Okay, nice. So what we're going to do next is once we get out of this area, we are going to exit on the outside of the facility, and then we are going to get into the dormitories. And once you're in the dormitories, oh, there, 2 for the price of 1. Yeah, cool. Once you get inside the dormitories, there's these ice cannons, basically. Now, those things suck. Those things are really bad. They can freeze you, and that can actually kill you if you don't pay attention. And there's these hulking big droids. Oh, failure! Come on. Failure doesn't mean that you won't be able to retrieve them. So this is too bad. You need to use a mine on it, and in some cases you're going to destroy the contents. So let's see what it does, right? Oh, still everything's still there. That's nice. Okay, this one left some remains for some minor sonic detonator. Right, there's some remains here. A corpse. Sweet stuff. Oh, you know. Did somebody really throw a grenade at me? Oh, look, this one has a flamethrower. That's nice. So here's the turbo lift, and the funny part is you can stay here as long as you want, but once you enter the turbo lift, you get this strange sequence in which you can see the Jedi, you know, doing some kind of a roll and then go escape the terrific damage that is somehow coming. Now, I'm not going to do offensive powers. I don't want to do offensive powers. Normally, what you want to do is, if you want to be as powerful as you want, is you throw every point you have on charisma and you do force wave. Force wave is such a strong power. You can basically kill enemies through walls with that. That's amazing. So yeah. Oh, there he is. Now we get the HK to the HK droid finally. HK 50. Hello, master. Failing master. But mine is red and rusty. Now, here you have to pay attention, because he is going to...
5 droids. Ready for... Addendum. Of course. How... This is...
That's all you need to know, basically. Because what you're going to do now is you're going to look for a focal pad, vocalizer thing, some kind of voice recorder. And once you have the voice recorder, you can use the HK droid to provide the there it is, the sonic imprint sensor, right? So now what you need to do is you need him to retell what he just did, and then he will say, oh well, right, yeah, let's see if I can create something. Oh, this is upgrade, right? Let's see, can I create a armor thing? Armor apply, stealth, not interested. This is interesting. This is even better. And there's a strength underlay. Let's see if I can actually put it in my suit, because that's what we want. We want more strength. No, it's not compatible. It's not compatible. Okay, right. Well, oh yeah, of course. Look. Oh well. Let's see if the biorestorative thing does it. Oh, come on. I want to... whatever. Okay. First we get his stuff. Let's see.
If he about it's a morning iron correct mute conject
Okay. Let's see.
object of course
Now you get this.
recitation 5 droids burning through the outer door. Oh, my leg! Addendum. Addendum.
Alright, let's see. This door is not going to open up. This door will. There's some new droids in here as well.
Pleasure to see you in
Oh yes, I know. First we destroy this one here. Bam. And then we destroy these one here. Now that one threw a grenade at me. You filthy little mining droid. There's the repair droid. Oh really? Did I miss him? Now the funny thing is, there's 2 doors here. You can either bash that door or open that door. Now these guys are slightly stronger than the other droids. No problem. Looks like they're shooting disruptors. That's the first. That's the second. Now it's time to use backpack perhaps. Yeah. Now this one can just be opened by using a security. And there's Detroit. He's like, are you coming down here, brah? What are you doing? Alright. Let's see. Oh, there's another maintenance right over there. Right. Oh. Where the hell did you come from? Now once he explodes, he will damage you as well. There's a couple of binding droids or droid mines or something like that up there. Now let's see. This is the room where we get the console, right? There's also some stuff. There's some stuff. What the hell is it? Ringing. Let's see. Reflex package. That's nice if you're playing dexterity. Not really sure what I need to do here. Oh yes, I got 50 XP. That's nice. Destroy the console. Why would I do that? It will kill me.
Finish the
Oh,
sensor.
that's what I
I'm
need.
keeping. Finish the protocol. Still, there's been some trouble.
It's cool how he has
Speaking
these
of the
goggles on the
protocol
top of his
provided by
head.
The droids. That would have meant. Been too busy. Quarter secure. I mentioned with the protocol. In addition, I tried. I was when the doc. Someone ordered. If anyone tried. The maintenance check on the security and terror. I can't help it. I think so.
If I'm correct, now I have everything I need to open that door. Let's see. Subroutines. I'm forgetting something at this moment. The turbolift says, no, I won't open. Oh, wait, it opens. It's already open. Okay, cool. Let's see, what else am I forgetting? Okay, here's these destructo droids in here. Just let them come one by one, because once they explode good. And there's also, there's nothing else here. This is the airlock. Oh, it's closed, right? Wait a second, there's nothing here. Okay, there's nothing in there. What am I forgetting? Oh, this is a bad speed walkthrough, right? He's forgot so many things when I don't pay any attention to this shit. Let's see. Do I need more information from the HK droid, perhaps? I don't know. But this door is not going to open. See, the turbo lift in the mining tunnels is...
It is a pleasure. Greeting. Rest. And then...
Oh, I already have what I need. I haven't used the sonic imprint sensor anything right now. I need to go back to that console, get to the correct thing, and then... Because I need to go to the outside, I can go to the administration level, but that won't do me any good, right? Alright, it says until the... Wait a second. You were able to get a second part of the voice print code from one of the hololocks. Now you just need to find one last fragment and you should have the complete code. Is it in here? I mean... No, which means that I need to go talk to HK. He has it. I just need to use the correct... let's see.
Greeting. Reset, of course. Conda music. Con. Play. Hands. Object. Here, clarify. Recitation. 5 droids. Addendum. Of course. And irrit. Yes, I play. I meant it. Your I expect. Of course. I heard.
Oh, that's it. This is it. No.
Reset. Addendum. Rest. Addendum.
No. Come on.
I. Reset. 5 droid. Addendum. This I
I mean, I already have everything I need, right?
I reset.
Yes, now I have it. No, I don't have it. What the hell am I doing? I've done this 1,000 times already and now I am lost somehow. It is a pleasure to meet you, Master. It's nice how it keeps repeating itself like that. Oh well. I'm going to look for a way to get in there, and yeah, I think I'm going to get into another game. I've been playing this for an hour now.
Finish the Sonic game. The sensor. I've been keep.
This is not it. So yeah, I'm going to save this. Just catch up on what I'm doing wrong. This is going to be the strength. No, that's bullshit. This is going to be the tank walkthrough. I suspect that we are going to need another 9 or 10 videos like this, but you know what? That's cool. If you want to see it happening, it's going to happen here on the BealgeFive gaming channel. Now, in any case, thank you all for watching. Have a nice day, and please be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.